Hello everyone, and this is my review for WWE NXT on January 27th, 2016. And this week's NXT was pretty much all about not really setting up the storylines for the future, but kind of setting them up for the next week. Obviously, you have this build-up between Bayley and Carmella, so they have to try to build Carmella up in some way. So they have a decent semi-promo off because they didn't have any kind of match with Emma doing her promo beforehand with Dana Brooke, and it came off pretty decently. I liked the promo from Carmella, basically saying that she's going to show everybody what she can do and that she's a lot better than what people think. I liked how Emma downplayed Carmella and said, "Oh, she just got lucky" and everything, and how Carmella retorted back with her own thing afterwards, later on in the show. I also liked Enzo and Cass's response towards Dash and Dawson from the week before. Pretty good response there, and they're kind of keeping that storyline going a little bit at this point, and we'll see how much further they go along with this. You also had the match that they had built up from the week before with Jason Jordan and Chad Gable, now called American Alpha. Not a bad name. Actually, not a bad name for that team. It suits. It's pretty good. It suits both of them being collegiate and Olympic style wrestlers, and it just suits them very well. And they were going up against Blake and Murphy. This was a pretty damn good match. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I like the aspect of they had Jordan and Gable pretty much dominate the beginning of the match until they did that distraction spot. I like the aspect that it wasn't an aspect that he just got distracted by the injury. He got that gave them the advantage. It was the aspect that he went after that person, and then of course Murphy afterwards took advantage and of course was showing that he had no knee injury at that time. I liked what they did there inside of that match, and then them working over the knee the rest of the match. Chad Gable did a decent job, not a perfect job, but a decent job of selling the knee injury even afterwards, and overall a relatively good match from the two of them. The match with Nia Jax and Liv Morgan, nothing more than pretty much trying to reinsert a dominance in Nia Jax at this point. And that's pretty much all they were really going for there, and that's what they pretty much did. So nothing really special there. Same with Elias Sampson, nothing really special there. I'm still trying to fully grasp this whole drifter thing because again, he's not saying much of anything. He's not it's pretty much just him going out there and being pretty aggressive. So I'm thinking they're assessing him as a heel somewhere down the road, but we don't have much from him yet, and that's what we're kind of waiting on. It's just to see a little bit more from him and see where they go with his character in some way, shape, or form. So we'll see where they go with it. I don't think he's not too bad in the ring, but overall, we don't really have much of a story for him yet, so we'll see where they go with him. And the book's still out on Elias Sampson. The Hype Bros, and the Von Villains, they're apparently hyping for that match next week. The Von Villains are coming back, and they've pretty much been having these vignettes, basically showing that they are not happy. So basically, they're going back to being villains. They're being heels again. Okay, I'm okay with that. I was always one that said, I like the Von Villains and everything, but I felt like with a name like that, they were best suited as heels, not faces. So we'll see what they come up with for the next week. Obviously, they're setting it up without words that they are going to be the heels again, and then you have the Hype Bros doing their normal shtick, which is weird and out there to begin with, but it almost feels like there's tension between the two of them, and maybe a Zack Ryder heel turn somewhere down the road. I don't know where they're really going with that, but the way that promo ended made it feel like that there was tension between the two two guys, Mojo Rawley and Zack Ryder. So we'll see where they go. See where they go with anything, or if that promo really means anything, or if it's just them being them again, and it's kind of like randomness from the two of them. I can see them coming off with some kind of storyline to make one of them heel, but who knows? We'll see where they go. See where they go with that in some way, shape, or form. So this pretty much, I believe, brings me to the main event of the night, the triple threat match. I'm not gonna lie here. The triple threat match was damn good, and actually, I can't really even say anything really wrong about the match, because they're just trying to tell a story and maybe extend this whole aspect of making the number one contendership match, or the number one contendership for the NXT title, last a bit longer. So the aspect of having Baron Corbin tap out to two guys, I'm okay with. I'm okay with the controversy. And like the way that it was handled in the end was right. Like, you know, we got to review the tapes. We got to do this. We got to do this, and then we'll come up with a proper decision. I liked where they went with all that. It tells the story of what they needed. Both guys have a legitimate claim, because, you know, you have Sami Zayn with a sharpshooter, and then he taps out after the crossface gets put in. So you still have both submissions put in, so they're still tying into the pain there. And, you know, this is, like I said, a good way of them actually building building some more tension. And it's like, who's the actual number one contender? Now they've got to review the tapes because they have this controversy at the end of the match. It's a good way of ending a triple threat match, because wait, they haven't done that one in, actually, I don't think they've ever done that one in a triple threat match. I don't think WWE's ever done that in a triple threat match, and it was just another good way of going and setting up for something down the road with Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe. As you know, you have a few months before the next NXT takeover, because the next one's in Dallas. You got time to build something and build it and build it and build it and have it go into an eventual match with Finn Balor. And I mean, Finn's working a semi-program with Apollo Crews where he has a match with him next week. And it's like, why not? Why not build something? You build legitimate controversy off of a match and making it look good. It builds a decent story out of it. I ended up liking how that came off in the end. I thought it came off really, really well. And again for NXT, it's like you have cohesion. You know, it's like everything kind of just flows together. It's like if someone has something to say to someone else, all of a sudden you have a retort or something, or they have a match later on the show. I just like how they build the NXT shows. They do a really good job with them. And I'll actually honestly say, this is my last review of the week for at least wrestling. All three shows were actually pretty darn good this week. Raw, which, you know, has its ups and downs. Oh my God, it has its ups and downs. It can be really, really bad one week, and it's like all of a sudden it's really, really good, and then it sucks, and it sucks, and it sucks, and it sucks, and then you get a good one. And now we're in WrestleMania season, so we're at least supposed to be getting a bunch of good Raws going into Fastlane and into WrestleMania, so we'll see where they go with everything like that. TNA Impact this week, I thought was good. It was a very good show. A few things that were meh, but overall, relatively good show. And again, with NXT, another good show. So the three shows that I mainly watch were actually pretty darn good this week. So nothing to really complain about there. So, you know, like I said, relatively good at NXT. I found it enjoyable. And we'll see where they go with everything. That's my review for NXT this week, WWE NXT. And I thank you guys for watching. Hello everyone, and you know, you probably just saw my NXT review, and I was thinking through my throughout the rest of, like, the entire thing, it's like I was forgetting something, and it was actually something, again, that I actually enjoyed, and I can't believe I forgot about it while doing the review, so I'm going to do it right now, and that was the Alex Riley return up against Bull Dempsey. First of all, good to see Alex Riley back. I'm glad to see Alex Riley back. He's always been good in the ring and on the microphone. Never really had, honestly, in the end, never really had too much of a character behind him. But you see his backstage vignette after the match, and okay, you're getting it. And it's like, we're getting it. We're getting that character that we want from Alex Riley. And it looks like he's coming back as a heel. And you could see that in his match. That he was very, very aggressive against, someone who was of a face caliber with Bull Dempsey. And his promo was so good backstage, talking about his, talking about his return and how it's like people were surprised to see him. It's like, but what does he see when he sees Sami Zayn and everything like that? Talks about his time in the business and everything. And it's like, but everyone's surprised to see him back, while you had an exact date for Sami Zayn or something for Apollo Crews and everything like that. I like this promo, and like I said, I can't believe I let it slip my mind during my actual review of NXT. I'm going to splice this into the NXT review towards at the end, so check it out. And again, guys, sorry I forgot about it. I'm going to put it in there. This is going to be one of those few times that I'm not just going to redo the entire thing. And again, sorry that I forgot it. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm glad to see Alex Riley back. I'm glad to see him back as a heel, and we'll see how far they roll with him. And like I said, we'll check you out. And again, good NXT this week. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great rest of your day.